Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Flowering Fashionista. We are here with our guest today, the one and only, my makeup grand slam, glam slammer herself, the real cat, not to be confused. All right, it is Cat Face.
Hi, everybody. Thank you guys for being with us today.
Yes. So we are super excited to have you. I have adored you from the day I met you back in September. It has been a pleasure to get to know you, to work with you, and for you to just honestly take my whole style, especially this face, to a whole nother level.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're
And I feel the
welcome.
same way. You're so sweet, and I'm so happy I met you. You,
Oh,
you
thank
drop all
you.
the gems. I love it.
So now let the people get to know you. How did you well tell little people about who you are, where you come from, born and raised, all that good stuff.
Okay, so my name is Catrice, but I'm more widely known, obviously, as Kat. I was born and raised. I was born in Philadelphia, but I was raised in Montgomery County in a town called Lansdale.
Mm.
I don't know who's familiar. It's kind of like near the Montgomeryville Mall. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
for those who might be familiar. But I currently reside in the King of Prussia area. I am a makeup artist, as many know me, but I think I like to somewhat think of myself as like a Jill of all trades.
Okay.
Um, so first and foremost, I'm a mother to a beautiful 4-year-old son named
Oh.
Riyadh.
Oh,
Baby, I'm
hey.
going to show you this video when we're done. Hey, Riyadh.
Mm-hmm.
um, and as you all know, a makeup artist is my main professional title. However, I am also a licensed esthetician. I am a permanent makeup artist who specializes in micro shading. For those
Mm.
who are unfamiliar, that is a semi permanent eyebrow procedure.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar to a tattoo, but it's not as invasive. And the finish is way, way like a lot more natural than what a tattoo would be.
Mm-hmm.
Tattoo goes through the dermis, which is the second layer of the skin, not to get too technical, and micro shading goes through the epidermis, which is only the top layer, which is
You
what
better
allows it
teach.
to get that soft effect and that natural effect compared to what a tattoo would do. Uh,
Yes.
yes, yes. So I also am outside of the beauty world of
Mm-hmm.
makeup. I also am a face painting artist and special effects makeup artist. So
Really?
yes, yes. So, that'll be like the Halloween looks and, the
Mm-hmm.
transformations into different people and those of that sort, which you all can find on my Instagram page because like I said, I do both the beauty world and that.
Yes.
Yes. And then outside of the artistry world, I am also a commissioned notary public and loan signing agent in the state of Pennsylvania.
Come on.
So that's my little spiel.
Come on, Jill. Come on.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
It is that entrepreneur life
Yes, yes,
that's
absolutely.
real.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So now tell us this. All right. How did you even get started in the whole makeup era, into this whole area?
Um, so I would say that the thought of wanting to get into the professional world of makeup came
Hmm.
about after working for Ulta Beauty in high school. I
Okay.
worked there for about a year or two. And, I was obviously into makeup there, working in the makeup department. So, like, that's where the professional part of it, I would say,
Hmm.
stemmed from.
Hmm.
But honestly, like, I can be seen in photos as young as 5 or 6 with red lipstick on. Like, literally. Like, I was trying to find them before I got on the podcast, but I will literally like post them. Like, so I feel like makeup has always been like a part of me. I've always been like really girly and just into it. So it
Hmm.
just came naturally, honestly.
Hmm.
And then, I started doing my family and friends like we all do. And then from there, I'm
Hmm.
like, you know what? Let me start charging for this.
Hmm.
We try to make a living out of this. So
For real.
emerged. Yes.
Well, you are truly an artist. Dina jumped on and said, "Hey, y'all."
Hey, Dina.
And Regina said, "Good afternoon, ladies."
Good afternoon. Thanks for being here.
And then you also had a message on LinkedIn. I don't know if you saw that one. It was someone from Germany that was just talking about how fantastic you are. So,
Really?
yeah, I'll have to look that one up and send that to you.
Oh
Yes, they
my
posted
God.
it last night. Mhm.
Oh my gosh. And you know what? I didn't realize it, but I think I made a LinkedIn page for CatFace a long time ago and
Okay.
then never kept up with it, because I'm thinking like who's gonna go on LinkedIn to find me? Like Instagram is just always a thing. So
Yeah.
I never log into that. Like if I'm on LinkedIn, it's because I'm looking for like corporate,
Right.
professional. But yeah, I
Right.
gotta log into my CatFace
You
LinkedIn.
do. And now look, I'm always, as you said, I'm always dropping some gems. So I already got an idea for you.
What is it?
So,
I'm always open.
so yes, I think going on to LinkedIn and building that page is important because so many companies do these wellness days, like Wellness Wednesdays, and with massages and things like that. To have a makeup person come out, I think is a fantastic idea for
Right.
people.
I agree. I agree.
Okay.
I definitely, I'm going to take that advice for sure. Especially you telling me that it's a message on there. I'm like, wait, I really
Yes.
have not logged in. So yes,
Yeah. So check
I'm
that out.
on that for sure.
And as I'm saying this and people are listening, be clear. She is passport ready. She does travel globally and you can hire her to do your makeup. So what type of events do you do?
So I do everything, literally.
Oh,
So I,
excuse me. Before you answer that, Dina said, or corporate photo shoots
yes,
and for
sure.
headshots.
For sure. And I do get people that come to me for that, but they're not finding me on LinkedIn. They're finding me on Google or they're finding
Mm-hmm.
me, on Thumbtack, which is like a third party app
Mm-hmm.
that they find artists on. But LinkedIn, I definitely listen, as a full-time entrepreneur, I'm always open to finding different pathways to gain more clientele and get my face and my name out there. So for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
So go
would you,
ahead.
Dr.
So
Cat?
yeah, so it was about like what type of makeup do you do? And I'm gonna pull up your page so people can see some of your work while you're talking.
Yes. So I do everything from bridal. I do prom makeup. I do all types of events, makeup for all types of events. I do Halloween makeup. I do face painting for both adults and children. I also do micro shading, as we spoke of. Dr. Cat has my Instagram page pulled up. That was for a bridal shower right there
Mhm.
the other day.
Beautiful.
Um, and yeah, and I
Who's
also
that
offer
lady?
facials. Yes. Yes, I also offer custom facials because, like I said, I also am a licensed esthetician. So you can come see me for the full service, pretty much, and the micro shading. I think I said that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, yes, yes,
Look at this. So
yeah.
now tell us here, what did you do here? What should people be paying attention to?
So the main thing was the cut crease with this look, right? So like we went full on drama. So
Mhm.
like I kind of just played off of her shirt. And as you can see, like I did the neutral cut crease, but the pop of the yellow to match the shirt was
Mhm.
like the key to this look.
Mhm.
Um, and then she's just gorgeous, period. So
Mhm.
I just feel like I didn't really have to do much at all, like.
Mhm.
But yes, that's gonna be the main thing about this look. It's the
Mhm.
cut crease. If you want to get this look and you're booking with me, you will book this under the drama queen cat face.
Thank you, because you do have different categories. Talk
I
about those
do.
categories you have. Now, we're gonna get to that in a moment. Talk about your different categories.
So I do categorize and kind of play off my brand name with my services. So I have my signature cat face, which would be just regular classic makeup,
Mhm.
soft glam typically. And
Mhm.
then I have my drama queen cat face, which it would be something like what we just saw: cut
Okay.
creases, glitter,
Mhm.
rhinestone looks,
Okay.
halo eyes, um, bold colors. That's going to be the drama
Mhm.
cat face.
And then what is this? This is
And
just
this
art.
is this is the face painting / special effects service, which is also listed on my site.
Mm-hmm.
This was a look that I did for Valentine's Day, actually. So
Oh, do tell.
yes, yes, yes. So I love my Halloween looks. Obviously, February is not Halloween, but I saw a few different people do different variations of this look. So I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
put a twist on it. I had a pink
Mm-hmm.
wig. I'm like, listen, let's throw it together. Let's do Valentine's Day, but not typical Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't typically think about skeleton with Valentine's Day.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you might think about exes, old stuff. Look,
You know
stuff
what? You're
that's
right.
gone.
Right. I mean, you're right. But you see like the subtle heart with the eye instead of like the
Yes.
typical skull, which would just be like kind of like a deformed circle type deal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Now, how long? All right. So there is a level of skill that one must have in order to do this to yourself.
Yeah.
When did you learn that you could even do this to yourself? And how long does it take you to do something like this?
So I would say that my love for special effects and face painting kind of developed naturally.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I decided that makeup was like a thing, we have
Mm-hmm.
social media, right? So obviously
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing different artists and seeing that there's a different side of makeup
Mm-hmm.
besides the beauty side. And right away I gravitated towards it.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny because before we hopped on the podcast, I was trying to think and actually pull up what my actual first look would be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I'm sure I could find it, but I would say that the first time that I did do something along these lines, it was, the reaction that I got from my family and friends and social media, it was just enough for me to be like, okay. And even if I didn't get that reaction, obviously, I had already developed by that point a love for
Yeah.
it. But, the reaction to, my talent at that time and, what
Mm-hmm.
people thought and perceived as my talent was enough
Mm-hmm.
for me to just keep pushing. And I'm
Yeah.
still pushing. I'm still learning.
Mm-hmm.
I try different things. I try to push myself a little further each time. Uh,
Yes.
and yeah, it's fun. It and as in regards to the time, I would say that it can take anywhere from 4 hours to a day. I've spent
Okay.
a day doing a look and not obviously sitting there and doing my face the entire time, but even prep.
Yeah.
Like I did what's his name? Pinhead
Mhm.
before, and
Mhm.
I made the pins. So like I had to like cut
Wow.
Q-tips and then spray paint the Q-tips silver and then like put the Q-tips in that yeah, that's if you scroll down you would see it.
Let
Put
me
the
see.
Q-tips into the
Okay.
bald cap and then paint the bald cap. I kind of show the process on my Instagram too. You scroll down
Yeah.
a little bit more, you guys would but it stands out. You'll see it. It's just the guy with a bunch of pins on his head.
Yes.
But yeah,
Y'all have to follow her.
that was crazy. But even the reaction and the feedback from that, it was just like amazing. Um,
Mhm.
let's see.
You have
Yeah.
so so many. So many. I know some of y'all like slow down. You're gonna have to go to her page. Where can they
Oh,
what's your
you know
social
what?
media
I'm
handle?
sorry.
Is
They're
it the
gonna have
other one?
it's gonna go to the other page. Yeah. If you go to the other
Okay.
page, you'll find it quicker.
All
So
right.
I I have two Instagram pages. I'll say them again at the end, but I have Get CatFaced. It's
Mhm.
GetCatFaced. That's my professional beauty page. I do here and there post like special effects and face painting things, but for the most part, I want people to be able to come to my business page because most of the time people aren't coming to be turned into a skeleton or that's like Halloween or something like that. They're coming for bridal or special events. So I want them to be able to see a clean page with what they're coming to look for. But if you
Mhm.
follow me on my personal page, which is _CatFace _CatFace, I
Mhm.
post more of my special effects looks and transformations on that page. So that's where
Okay.
you'll find Pinhead as well.
Okay. So let me see here. So I think this is the one here.
I have a million page too, y'all, but a million pages, but we'll get into that later. You guys can find that link on my personal page.
So let's see. So let me find. Pinhead, because you've been talking about Pinhead, but we're going to pull up some of these other ones as well. So y'all can see that she is absolutely incredible. I mean, from Obama to the Grinch to Pinocchio to I don't even know what this thing is over here.
That's Sally.
Okay.
I can't even think of where she's from at this point, but that's Sally. Nightmare Before Christmas? I don't know. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
But
Pinhead is a little further down.
A little further down. All
yeah,
right.
right there.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Right here.
I don't know if that's that's the picture. If you go a little bit down, you'll see the video.
There we go. Okay. So yeah. So oops, let me take the thing off so we can see. All right. Are we able to? Let me pull it back up. Okay, it's covering it for whatever reason. But all right, so tell us about this process.
So what you saw in the very beginning, I had to cut the Q-tips, burn the edges of them, so that they would become flat enough to be able to lay flat into the bald cap. Spray paint the individual Q-tips, and then apply them to the bald cap. Apply them to my face. Paint my face.
Wow.
Wow. It just took me a very, very long time for the Q-tip process. I definitely could have cheated it, and there's easier ways I could have done it, but the look and the precision that I was aiming for, I needed to do what I did. So
got you.
Yeah. Got you. I did it.
And then even on this one here. How do you, I know some, you have some makeup artists who are watching. You have people like myself who are artists in our mind, but it doesn't come out of our hands. Like, at what point did you look in this mirror and say, you know what, I could turn myself into Jay-Z?
You want to know what happened?
Yeah.
I know exactly what happened. So, I mean, like I said, I've been into the special effects and the face painting world, but I think, what was it, in 2021? I was looking to do a regular makeup look to Drake, Wants and Needs. I don't know if everybody believes that, remembers that song. I'm sure y'all do. But I was obsessed with the song when it first came out. So I was looking to do a regular makeup look, transition, something involving that song. And then I follow a makeup artist. Her Instagram name is named Makeup Mag. She is literally my inspiration when it comes to these transformations. If you look at her page, you can't tell me that she's not every single person that she has transformed herself into. So I had been watching her at that point for a long time, and something in me, I don't know, just clicked and was like, you know what? Instead of me doing like a regular like cut crease or like regular makeup look to the song, why don't I just try to turn myself as a Drake? So I pulled up a bunch of pictures of Drake. I studied his face. I looked at myself in the mirror for a little bit and made sure I remembered where my features were. And I just did it. And then I remember getting halfway through, maybe like 4 hours into the process, looking at myself in the corner of my room. There's a mirror. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I remember getting up out of my chair, running to my bathroom, like my bathroom at this point, because I'm like, the light in the bathroom is different. Let me see something. Yeah. So I'm like walking up and I'm like, wow, like I'm not even.
We lost you.
No, so I did it.
Yes.
I did it and I finished it. And when I was done, I never forget, I was rushing because I had a birthday party to go to. So I went to the birthday party with my friends, and before I posted it on Instagram, I showed them, and I was like, check this out. And their reaction, like, I wish it was recorded. Like, it was like they were almost in tears, Wow. So I was like, okay. And then from there, like, it went semi-viral. That's what I say. I say semi.
Okay.
But yeah, it was. From there, I was like, let me keep pushing this. Let me keep pushing it. Some come out better than others, but you know what? Practice makes perfect. So I just keep pushing.
Yes. So obviously we have seen some extreme ones here. I just want y'all to understand the talent that this woman has, that she is fully embraced it and is utilizing it. Kat, I encourage people on all my shows to use their talents, because their talents are really gifts that they give to others, right?
Thank you so much, for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, you were doing this the other day. I'm like, I need to get to work, but I can't take my eyes off of this screen. So,
It truly is a blessing to be able to do what I love. And, I've
mhm.
been in a corporate world, and
Yes.
I knew that that wasn't for me from day one, but I
Mhm.
stayed in it and I stayed content. And I'm just very happy and blessed to be able to do what I love now.
Yeah. So now let's talk. So we have somebody here. Felicia says she's done mine several times and it's amazing each
So,
time.
hey, Fee.
So we saw the most extreme, and so you are able to go on movie sets if people need you for that. You mentioned parties, Halloween. There's
Mhm.
all types of ways in which people can utilize your services. And then you also mentioned as far as bridal parties.
Yes.
And so I know for me, you've done two red carpet looks.
Hmm.
Let me see, I'm going to pull one up. We did one just last week.
Yeah.
So, and let's talk about what you did and why you chose what you chose to do. So let me see here. All right. And what is helpful for you as people are deciding what type of makeup you want? What's an ideal client for you?
Um, what is my ideal client?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, I service an array of clients for an array of different events, and but I would say that my ideal client would be the brides. I love the brides. I'm sorry, I love the brides. I love working with bridal parties.
Mm-hmm.
There's many makeup artists that feel the total opposite,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I love working with bridal parties. I've never had any, horror stories when it comes to working with brides. And the day is just so important, and it's just such an honor to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And just the reaction at the bride and the bridal party, that you receive from them is just enough to just encourage you to just keep going.
Yeah.
But I received that same reaction from someone that may be going to get graduation photos,
Okay.
so I
Yeah.
can't say that I have a particular client.
Right.
um there's just things that, certain opportunities and things that I do enjoy that just give me a different feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Special effects. I love Halloween
Mm-hmm.
season. I
Mm-hmm.
can't wait because, I'm just always so excited to see what my clients challenge me to do.
Yeah.
And every year, it's, I get a couple of variations of the same thing, but every year is something new. So I look
Mm-hmm.
forward to that.
So that's great to know. All right. So you knew I had a red carpet event. We met at a red carpet event,
Yeah.
and shout out to Jason, who
Yeah.
was like, "You
Philly
want?"
Fashion Week, right?
Yep,
No,
Philly
no, no.
Fashion Week.
Love My Curves. It was a Love
Yes.
My Curves fashion show.
Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
And thank goodness he said, "Nope, you sit in that chair right there." He gave me the point and nod, and I sat in your chair, and it was magic from the
Unbeknownst
beginning.
to me, too. So thank you, Jason.
Exactly, exactly. So
Hmm.
now so last week I had a red carpet event.
Yeah.
I was hosting it. I showed you what I was going to wear, and what made you choose the colors that you chose. What made you choose to do a smoky eye? Explain what the people are seeing here.
So you guys are seeing a smoky eye. You can't really see it in the photo, but I used a variation of deep browns, brown tones, instead of just going in with like a traditional black eye, which will be like smoky, which will be black. We went
Mhm.
with soft browns, kind of mid-tone browns. What you can't see is I also used, because Dr. Cat was wearing a black number that was adorable with like
Mhm.
a pink gem
Mhm.
necklace that went with it. So I wanted to kind of play off the pink, which you can't really see in the photos, but in the top of her lid, I did put like a little tiny bit of pink to kind of transition into the brown. And
Mhm.
then we went with a very berry toned pink lip to bring out the necklace.
Mhm.
And I decided to go with the smoky eye, because I just feel like, it's a red carpet. So typically when
Mhm.
you think red carpet, it's like kind of like evening glam, evening looks.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and I feel like the smoky eye picks up really, really pretty on camera.
Yeah.
Especially with Dr. Kat's skin tone, with the pink lip. We didn't do too much with the lip. So it just complemented the outfit just really well. I just had a
Yeah.
vision.
You did. You did. And it all went together fantastically. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. You wore it
Uh,
well.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna see here. Let me see if I can grab a picture of it so people can see the finished product as she put it all together for me. Let me see here if I can grab it real quick. But in the meantime, while I'm pulling that picture up, let's talk about how people can again best contact you for services and the various services that you do provide, because there are some people who don't have a history with makeup. They don't know what to do. They need somebody to teach them. Is
Mhm.
that something that you do as well?
I am so sorry. I did not mention that. Of all the things that I did mention, I do also offer one-on-ones. And I also offer personal shopping. So if you're someone who just wants someone to come with you to the makeup store and pick out your makeup with you, you don't know what to buy. Maybe you need someone to audit the makeup that you have currently. You can also contact me for that. Um,
Okay.
And also, I actually took out some of my everyday products that I wear that I am willing to share with you ladies, because I'm not a gatekeeper.
Yes, come
um,
on.
these, obviously, this is not everything that I have. I have many, many different brands in my kit, of each product, but these are the things that I go for like every day, and have for some time. So the foundation that I use is the NARS Radiant
Mm,
Longwear Foundation. You can
mm-hmm.
find this at Sephora. That's mainly where I go. I don't believe Ulta has NARS, but NARS Radiant Foundation. This is like really great. It's non-comedogenic, which means that it will not clog the pores. It's really good for people with sensitive skin. It's waterproof. It's everything great that you would want in a foundation. That's what NARS is. So I
Let's
would definitely recommend trying this.
What is
Um,
the purpose of foundation? So, like, just do like makeup 101. Why do people even want and or need foundation?
so nobody needs foundation. I will
Okay.
say that. But I will say that the people that want it, they want it to, I mean, obviously the main purpose of foundation is giving you a clean, even skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, everyone's skin may not be the same and may not, take to foundation the same way. So there may be different processes that you have to do to achieve a full, even base. But for the
Mm-hmm.
most part, a foundation for most people, you apply that, it's going to give you a nice, clean, even skin tone and a clean canvas if you want to apply additional makeup. Some people are
Mm-hmm.
fine with just foundation, and that's fine. Like makeup is not a one size fits all. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you do what you like and what you're comfortable with, and yeah, you go from there.
Okay.
But for the girls who do like to give a little glam, I will say that that's the foundation that I use. The concealers that I'm using right now are the Born This Way concealers. I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn it around, let y'all see
I
it.
know. All
Too
good.
Faced Born This Way concealers. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the contour that I'm using is the Fenty Beauty contour stick. I use espresso. For most women of color, espresso is gonna work.
Mm.
But you may have to go a shade darker or a shade lighter depending on how you like your contour. But that is the
Mm-hmm.
contour that I do use. Goes on
Okay.
smooth. It blends well. Um, for bronzer, I use Hoola. I use Toasted. Um, Toasted, like I said again, for most colored women, it's gonna work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, NYX. These are my products that I use.
Your
So don't
go-tos.
even this is broke. Like, but this has really really good blushes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I first go in with a cream blush and then I apply powder because makeup 101 is anytime that you're applying a liquid or a cream, you want to set it with a powder.
Mm-hmm.
I use the the Pat McGrath Labs blush. The one that I have is Paradise Venus. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then Laura Mercier has really good translucent powders. They have the
Mm-hmm.
translucent honey, and then they also have the translucent medium, which will be for the darker toned ladies. But I mean,
Okay.
you obviously you're picking your makeup out to match your skin tone. But as far as products and brands, these are the brands that I pull out every day. So I figured
Okay.
I'd give you guys that insight.
Now, I know a lot of times some people will talk about trends and colors. I
Mm-hmm.
know eyebrow shapes change, all types.
Yeah,
What are
absolutely.
some some trends and things that you're seeing right now?
Um, I would say that right now we're giving softer brows, like I feel like
Hmm.
the soft glam is what's in now. But
Okay.
like I said, makeup is not a one size fits all. So there are absolutely women who would rather not do soft glam and would rather do a full bold color. You know what I mean? It also just
Hmm.
depends on, it depends on who you are. So like I said, it's not a one size fits all, but I would say as far as the brows, because we did speak on the brows and the fact that they do change, because like I said, I even look on pictures of myself and I'm like, oh, wow, you really don't notice. But I would say that now, in regards to brows, more of a
Hmm.
softer natural brow is in. So,
Okay.
instead of going in with the pomades like we were a few years back, people are
Hmm.
picking up a soft pencil or even
Hmm.
a eyeshadow, or
Mm.
powder, because it's,
Hmm.
giving a softer natural effect. That's
Yes.
what's in right now.
Yes. And it's interesting because I know there's some people who are just joining us, and one of the services you do provide regarding the brows is
Hmm.
doing what's it called again? The
Micro shading.
micro shading. Now
Yes.
that lasts for 3 to 5 years.
Yes, it can last up. I myself got my eyebrows micro shaded a very long time ago. I feel like mine just faded, but it also is going to depend on your skin type, right? It's going to
Mm-hmm.
depend on your lifestyle. So somebody that's in the gym every day, sweating, doing 2 a days at the gym and has
Mm-hmm.
skin, you might not get, 3 to 5 years out of it, but you'll at
Okay.
least get it lasts 1 to 5 years. I know it's a
Okay.
huge range, but
Mm-hmm.
um, I would say that the average would be three. That's
Okay.
average.
Okay. And so I mentioned that because, right, that's a real commitment to a brow look.
It is. It is. But it's a good commitment because who doesn't want to wake up with brows that are already just like done, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
the micro shading is customizable. So you may
Mm-hmm.
not want to go as dark, maybe you want a lighter
Mm.
finish and more of a natural finish. That's something that you would talk
Okay.
to your brow artist about. But
Okay.
who doesn't want naturally full and like on point brows,
Every day, all day.
every day,
Yes.
all day, your brows shape your face. Your brows are like, that's like step one,
Mhm.
I think of
Mhm.
like just your facial structure and just your appearance, your overall appearance,
Yes.
you can have a full face of makeup, but if you like your brows are missing, it's going to be like, not necessarily that it's anything bad, but you're going to notice that, like
It's
it's
out of
not
balance.
opposed to if you threw brows now on somebody that doesn't have brows. It's like, oh wow, like,
Got
it's
you.
just it's definitely yeah, it's definitely an investment, but it's a semi investment,
Got you.
yeah, it's
Makes
a
sense.
semi investment. It just depends on you and who you are. There's some
Mhm.
people that get liner tattooed and you know
Mhm.
it goes a lot further than the brows, so it just
Yeah.
depends on
Mm,
your goals and
that's helpful.
how
Now,
you want.
let's talk. Yeah. Now let's go down a step because it's been a whole movement with these eyelashes the
Oh.
last couple of years.
Yes, I actually, the lashes that I'm wearing today are actually like, obviously they're dramatic lashes, but an
Mhm.
everyday lash, I usually will go for like an Ardell wispy type
Mhm.
lash.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, what other questions do you have?
So well, let me tell you. So some people have said brows, yes, indeed, needed here. So
Yes.
I definitely encourage you to check her out. so
For
she can
sure.
help you with that. And then Deirdre said, yeah, the brow piece, that's a great it's a great
It really is.
investment.
That's what it is. It's a brow investment. We invest in our beauty every day, all the time.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, it depends on, like I said, who you are and what you want, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Very important. So
Hmm.
now you talked about, so you have the dramatic lash. What are
Right?
the different types of lashes and how long do they last for?
The lashes that I'm wearing right now are just basic strip lashes.
Hmm.
They're not encouraged to be kept on, you know, because we're going to be washing our face, and with strip lashes, if you wash your face, they're going to come off.
Hmm.
Um, there's people that do eyelash extensions, which unfortunately I do not offer that, but I know someone that does.
Okay.
Blinks Artistry. I
Hmm.
can definitely refer you guys to someone if you're looking for eyelash extensions, which are be more of a long, I won't say long term, but semi long term. I think they last like 2 to 3 weeks.
Wow.
Strip lashes, that's going to be a temporary thing. You know, you're going to get your makeup done for the day. You want to wear a lash.
Hmm.
There's anything from natural, just like with anything else in makeup, natural to dramatic. You know, the lashes, like I said, that I'm wearing today, I keep playing with them because I literally just stuck them on before the podcast. So the glue that I use is still like sticking to my bottom lashes. But nonetheless, they are dramatic. But you know,
Hmm.
to me, it just depends on my mood. You know, I'm a makeup
Yeah.
artist. But there's sometimes I might go to Walmart with a full glam. There's sometimes you might see me and you're like, wow, is she even a makeup artist? You know, is that Cat? I think I saw her at Walmart. It just depends, you know. It
Yes.
just depends on the time I have and the mood I'm in. But I like to play around. You know, sometimes you'll see me with blonde brows.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like play around with that. So
So what is
yeah,
fashion? What does fashion mean to you?
fashion. Um, I would say that fashion it's your personality, right? I think that fashion is freedom, you know,
Hmm.
because fashion, like I spoke with makeup, is not a one size fits all. um I think that fashion is just our way to express ourselves, you know.
Hmm. Hmm.
Fashion is fun. It's supposed to be fun, at least.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's what it is to me, you know. um I know I'll say Dr. Kat and I spoke offline because one of the questions that she asked was, or that, you know, that she said she may ask was, you know, we may touch on current trends
Hmm.
versus classic trends, right?
Hmm.
I'm like, I don't really know how I would answer that question because I'm not really somebody that's really like into like designers and current fashion trends. I kind of just wear what I like, you know.
Hmm.
I'm usually doing my shopping online. I got my couple little stores in my back pocket that I shop on. I'm scrolling and I'm wearing what I like. I'm not picking up on or keeping up on the current fashion and then
Hmm.
basically wear it based off of that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I definitely think that it is everyone's way of expressing themselves. Is
Hmm.
personal. Fashion is personal to each and
Hmm.
every one of us, and
I love that. I
that's my
love it.
deal on fashion. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I agree. And I think that's right. People are getting in contact with who they are and it's constantly changing.
For sure.
So,
Hmm.
right. So when we talk about classic, I'm thinking also about staples. What are those staple pieces of makeup if people choose to participate in utilizing makeup? What are those staple pieces that you would recommend they definitely have in their arsenal?
You know what I would say, and I'm only saying this to you guys because I feel like even as a makeup artist, it took me some time to really get up on how important it is. But blush, don't be scared of blush, ladies. Like
Hmm.
seriously, blush, especially if you're doing a full face or your version of a full face, you'll be
Yes.
surprised how far blush will take your look. Like blush is in, ladies. Blush it up. That's what I say. Blush it up. And then also I'll say, pay attention to your skincare, right?
Mhm,
Skincare is going to be the number one step to flawless skin. And
mhm,
flawless skin is going to lead to flawless makeup application.
mhm,
So, whatever skincare means to you, just make sure that you have a clear understanding of your skin type and that the skincare that you're using is aligning with that skin type. And then, you'll be surprised of how far your skin will go just by washing it twice a day, which I know it sounds like a lot, but a lot of us won't admit it. But we not, most people are not doing that. But you'll be surprised how far your skin will come or go just by just taking that first leap of faith. And then from there, you'll see that your makeup is applying more buttery, you're just looking more glowy when your makeup is applied. So that's my advice. Oh, and I also will say, even if you skip primer, just never skip setting spray. Okay, just like whatever you put to your face, use the setting spray. Okay, Urban Decay All Nighter has a good setting spray. I feel like I'm looking like everywhere because I don't really know if I'm supposed to be looking at you or here or whatever. Either way, I'm looking at all y'all. Urban Decay All Nighter has a good setting spray. I will say that One Size by Patrick Starr, that is amazing. That's like top of the line setting spray, waterproof. If you're trying to go swimming and dip your face and then come out and your makeup's still there, get Patrick Starr One Size.
Really?
But if you
she froze on us for a little bit. Let's see. Kat, you froze on us for just a moment. All right. So meanwhile, y'all take these notes down. All right. She said Urban Decay All Nighter. She said Patrick Starr One Size. So she's talking about the setting spray. So you want to make sure you do that. Kat, if you can hear us, you might have to log out and come back in. Okay. I think she's getting ready to rejoin. Let's see. There she is. All right. Let's see.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry.
No problem. It's all right.
I'm still here.
You're here, but
okay.
Okay, there you go. You're back.
People keep trying to call me. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that before we went on here. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I think we're good now. But I was talking about the setting sprays. I was just naming a few. To pick up where I left off, I was saying that NYX, they also have really, really cost efficient and cheap setting sprays. Even those work. Whatever setting spray you want to grab, just grab it and use it. That's my advice to you.
And I'm so glad that you said that because I know for me, I never liked using a foundation. And then I went into Sephora, Dina and I went in there and got a tinted moisturizer because it was the whole idea that I'm on screen all day and making sure I'm taking care of my skin and not drying it out. And I said, oh, I actually like the tinted moisturizer because it has a multiple purpose. But what I don't like is if I have to go to blow my nose or something like that,
it's coming off. It's coming off. Yeah. I have one tinted moisturizer on my makeup thing. And I even myself have tried to use it. I'm not really too familiar with tinted moisturizer. Like I don't even know that if you set it with powder, if that would take away the effect of like what it's supposed to do for your skin, because tinted moisturizer is supposed to just look like your skin. When you start getting into the powders, you kind of alter that a little bit. So I don't know. I just would say that but maybe try to play around with it though. I would try to do a translucent powder, use a big fluffy brush, and then try to set the tinted moisturizer.
Yes.
Maybe I'll even experiment for you. Put some on myself.
Thank you.
But I just steer clear of it. I'm like, I'm never, nobody's coming to me to put tinted moisturizer on their face, and I'm not putting it on my own. So it just sits there.
Well, I'm glad you talked about the setting spray. As far as like mascara, a lot of times there's different brushes. Can you explain? And then I heard I had a guest on Reem. She was from, I met her actually in Sephora on Fifth Avenue up in New York. And she talked about the tubing mascara. And she was saying that was a new thing that comes out. And she does work, I can't remember her parent company, but she does work with the parent company of like Gucci and Burberry and so forth. So different types of mascara that you've come across in the different brushes.
Honestly, I would say that I mean, I choose my mascara based off of the effect that I'm going for.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go in to pick out your mascaras, you'll see that some have, like I have right here Maybelline Lash Stiletto. This is the Old Faithful that I have been using for a really long time because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like, when I wear this, it literally extends my lashes and people think that I have on false lashes, you know.
Wow.
Um, and I get it in black. Typically
Mm-hmm.
we're going to want our mascara in black, but they do come in different colors too. So like I said, it just depends
Mm-hmm.
on the effect. Lash stiletto, obviously stilettos are long. So this is, it's telling you that it's making your lashes like stilettos. But they
Mm-hmm.
have mascaras that are gonna specify like fluffy,
Yeah.
so they're making your lashes more fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
Wispy, like I don't know, but I tend to just go for the blackest of black,
Mm-hmm.
and then a mascara that's going to extend my lashes because typically that's what I'm going for. I'm going for fullness and the extension of them. So you
Mm-hmm.
gotta pick your mascara based off of that. But there's a lot of different, like I don't really have I just choose my mascaras just based on just whatever.
So
I'm
the
signed up for a subscription that sends me mascaras all the time of different products, and I just
mm-hmm.
I just try them all. I don't really have a a mascara that I'm loyal to. That it's like I could
Gotcha.
really use this.
Gotcha. Now tell us that, and this is what I love about you being a licensed esthetician because you really know skincare as
Mhm.
well. If people want to come learn about their skin type, because that's not something that you just know. Like we
Right,
might read it, but who goes and says, when you go to the doctor, they don't say, well, you've got an oily complexion, make sure you do this.
right,
Can
right.
people book a consultation with you and you explain what's going on with their skin and what are the best products for them or what are some good products for them?
Absolutely. I do virtual consultations as well as in-person consultations. You guys can find that link to my website, which I'll drop at the end. You can also find them in the pages that I mentioned to my website, which you'll be able to find all the services, the
Mhm.
description of the services, the prices of the services, and so forth. But you guys can absolutely book a consultation with me. And if you have any issues that you're dealing with your skin, we can talk through them and try to figure out a plan for you.
Fantastic. And
Yeah.
now one of the big things that you told me last week, because I was talking about, all right, now she done primed my face, she done built my face up, she done transformed me. I got all of this stuff on. She ain't gonna be here when I come home. How do I
Right.
take all of this off? Right.
Right, right.
And what do you recommend for people to utilize to take off their makeup effectively?
So, um, like I told Dr. Cat, the main thing you want to do is you want to make sure you're using some sort of oil, some sort of face oil to remove and really break down the mascara, break
Mhm.
down the eyeshadow, and break down the makeup. Once you go in with your oil and rinse your face, you want to go in with your cleanser, and that's going to be your golden routine right there. As much as
Mhm.
we want to, is not recommended. I learned this in esthetician school. It's not recommended that we use makeup wipes. They're very, very harsh. I know that sometimes we're gonna be pressed for time. You might not have an
Mhm.
oil, but don't make it a habit to use the makeup
Mhm.
wipes. That's what I'll say. I
Mhm.
myself even still will grab them, but 9 times out of 10, I'm going in with an oil.
Mhm.
Um, I use Dermalogica pre-cleanse. That is a little bit more on the pricier side, but honestly, you could use baby oil. Baby oil will work.
Mhm.
I recommend using baby oil. I would recommend using an oil that's really made for the face, but it's baby oil, so it's made
Yep.
for everywhere.
Yep. And let me tell you, it was a game changer because when I came home last Thursday night, I said, okay, she told me oil. And so when I'm
Right?
telling you, like, I trust this one, I
That
don't let
mascara.
anybody touch my face. So the fact that I am calling and bringing Kat to my house to do my face knows that I trust this woman. Okay.
Right.
And
Right.
so when
I
she
appreciate
said, oh, of course, when she said use oil to take it off, that I said, okay. And I did. I grabbed the baby oil
it. Hmm.
and I did the cocoa butter baby oil and I did, and it broke it up
Yep.
so
Yep.
fast. And I
Hmm.
said, son of a gun. It was like almost like melting off. I
Yep.
said, well, she said it.
Uh-huh. And then you see it rinsing off your skin when you
Yes.
rinse it. You see the makeup just coming into the sink. So
Yep. Yep.
And then you want to cleanse your face after that, you know, make
Yep.
sure you got everything, maybe even once or twice. And then whatever
Mhm.
else your skincare routine is, but the oil will save your life.
Yes, and it really did. It made a difference. And if I had just been using my regular stuff, it would have taken a long time. But that
Mm-hmm.
oil, it did. It broke it right on up, and my face felt good and healthy and clean once it
Yep.
was done.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, definitely.
Yep.
All right. So we have now consultation for people if they want to find out about their skin type. We
Mm-hmm.
have consultation if people are interested in finding out about investing in their eyebrows in
Mm-hmm.
different ways. We also have the fact that you can do virtual as well as in person. So you have an in-person brick and mortar where people can come and
Yeah.
learn as well.
Yeah. So where I'm sitting right now is actually my home studio. I have a home studio that I operate out of in King of Prussia. Um, And yeah, you guys could come see me here. And this is where all the one-on-ones would take place. This is where the micro shading and the facials would take place because though I do travel and I am a global makeup artist, I am not
Yes.
global for all services. I'm not
Good to
traveling with a
know.
steamer and a hot towel machine
That's
and everything else or needles. Okay.
yes.
So you guys got to come see me for those services. But all makeup services, I'm your girl. Especially
Hmm.
prom girls. We are in prom season right now. Okay. This is the end of February. Prom girls,
Yes.
get your appointments booked.
Yes. And
Yes. Yes.
tell us this, how early, how far in advance do you recommend people book you?
I mean, honestly, it's as soon as
Hmm.
obviously we're not talking 2 years in advance,
Okay.
but
Not yet.
I've had people
We
book me.
might be there soon. Not yet.
Right, right. Now, I've had people book me as early as a year in advance, but that's
Hmm.
usually going to be a bride. Brides are
Yes.
they're getting on booking all their vendors. So
Yes.
it's recommended that a bride is booking at least 6 months in advance anyway. So with
Hmm.
brides, it just varies. It depends on the bride and her time, but you can book up to a year in advance with CatFace.
Okay.
That's my limit personally.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it just depends. Sometimes you might be able to call me same day. And if I have availability, I'll take you. You just gotta let me know. Cause like I said, I'm a
Yes.
I'm a Jill of all trades. So I might be trading one of the other
That's
trades that day.
But
So
I'm
you gotta
glad
let me
that
know.
you said that. I'm glad you said that because sometimes events do pop up. I know specifically in my life, and Dina, she's my stylist as well. And she's like, oh my goodness, I wish we had more time for some of these things because they do pop up last minute.
Hmm.
But it's good to know to check in with you,
Yeah,
right?
please
Because
do.
cancellations happen,
Hmm.
openings happen. So I'm
Right.
glad you shared that.
Yep.
All right.
I'm
Any
available
other,
every day.
say it again, say it
I
again.
said I'm available every day. As
All
long
right.
as you guys, just reach out to me. I will
Mhm.
link. If you guys go to my Instagram page, there's a telephone number. If you prefer faster service, you can call me. I have a business line that I answer. If I don't answer, I get right back to you. There's my website. And then yeah, the Instagram page. This is going to be the main thing.
Is there a particular page that you prefer that they utilize?
Yes, if you're reaching out for any makeup inquiries or business purposes, I do prefer that you reach out and on the business page, which will be Get CatFace,
Okay.
GetCatFaced.
All right. So that's the
That's
one that
all
I
things
put.
makeup.
Got it. That's the one
Yeah.
that I put in the chat room.
Hmm.
That is also after the show. I will go add that link on the YouTube side of life. So go to my Ask Dr. Walls 525 YouTube page, and I'll put that in the write up at the end so people
Thank
can
you.
link. You're welcome. And I'll also add your website as
Yeah,
well so they can get a hold of you there. Okay.
perfect.
Any other things that you want to share? We got 5 minutes left. If there's any questions in the chat room, be sure to ask. Anything else that we didn't touch on that you want to make sure you mention today?
Yeah, I would love if you guys have questions in the chat room. But I don't know. Let me look at my little note page over here.
You look at your note page.
Let me make sure I got everything. Yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything to be honest. You guys, like I said, it's prom season. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the season that we're in now. Engagement season, Valentine's Day just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Brides, like I said, you guys should be booking your vendors at least 6 months out. People are
Yeah.
booking up.
Yeah.
So if you know anyone that's getting married, or if you yourself are getting married, please reach out to me. Let's do a bridal trial.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you want a facial, micro,
Mm-hmm.
and don't forget about me on Halloween. I'm telling y'all, look at my page. I'm your girl. You want to come see me on Halloween. And then
And
I
you
just
also
enjoy,
mentioned parties. You mentioned face painting for children because you
yes,
also
yes.
do that with them as well.
Yes, I do offer that. I haven't actually, people don't, I think people might forget. So that's why this is a little reminder. I've definitely, face painting is what I do, but doing it with the kids, I feel like that would be like a really, really nice experience,
Mm-hmm.
with my nieces and my nephews. And yeah, for sure. So
Yeah.
face painting parties, definitely reach out to me, adult and children.
Yes. And I'm also thinking like princess parties would
Mm-hmm.
also work. And then
Yeah.
we also talked about corporate events. So people who need headshots, this
Mm-hmm.
is something. So utilize CatFace has wonderful services. I bring people on that I trust that I can validate. I mean, the pictures that she had, her face that she did for me in September. I
Right.
don't work that face over and over.
And you working it. You working it. It was
Exactly.
so pretty. And we didn't even have that much time.
We You did that thing in like 20, 25 minutes. And you said to me that day, you were like, "Oh, I wish I could have you in my chair for longer." And it was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be back."
Right. And you came back and I really appreciate that. I really do.
All right, we got a question for you. Does
Okay.
blush go on the apples of the cheeks or further back towards cheek and chin bones?
Cheek and chin bone.
Mm-hmm.
So blush goes here. So it starts at the apple, but you don't want
Mm-hmm.
to just cake it all right there
Mm-hmm.
at the apple. You want to drag it back. Some people prefer to get a little bit more dramatic, and sometimes I might even bring it further up, just kind of
Mm.
want to look. But typically, it's going to go above your contour if you're applying contour, starting at the apple and dragging back up towards the temple.
Mm-hmm. Because the goal of blush is what?
It just, especially with a full face of makeup, it just adds the vibrance and the color and it just really just completes the look. Like without
Mm-hmm.
blush, I feel like the makeup looks really flat, you
Mm-hmm.
know. It just it just adds that vibrance and that pop back and that life back to the skin, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She
giving
said,
that
"Thank you."
natural, like flushy type look. It's my
Yeah,
best description.
that's and I'm glad that you said that because right there's also, and I know we're coming close to time,
Hmm.
but the difference between the matte look versus like a dewy
Hmm.
look.
Yes.
Can you
Dewy
explain
is
that?
So dewy is going to be your glowy look, probably how I look right now on camera, especially with this ring
Mm-hmm.
light in my face. That's going
Mm-hmm.
to be your dewy look. Matte is going to be just that, matte. So it's not that, it's just not really too much of a sheen to it, kind of
Mm-hmm.
just real simple and flatter and more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how to put it into words, but everybody know what matte means, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what your skin pretty much looks like with matte makeup. Like I said, with
Gotcha.
glowy, it's more with with dewy, it's more
Dewy.
glow to your skin, like
Gotcha.
kind of like a low key, sheeny, wet look.
Yeah. Like
Kinda.
yeah.
Yeah, like the summertime makeup vibes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
Mm-hmm.
dewy.
I'm definitely all right. Question: what are your thoughts on lip injections, lip fillers?
Um, I feel like um people should do what makes them happy. If you
Mm-hmm.
feel like you have little lips and you want them to be bigger, explore it. However,
Mm-hmm.
you can semi pretty much get the same effect if you just overline your lips with your lip liner.
Come on.
Just to let y'all know, you know, like if your lips, I mean, you don't want them to be too much bigger than what they are naturally.
Mhm.
So if you want to just give it a little you can get that same effect by overlining your lips. Look that up on
Yeah.
YouTube. Or Jenner did it. I mean, she did it with the injections as well, but
Mhm.
you can also do it without the injection.
Mhm. Mhm. What do you and I know sometimes like I was at Sephora, what was that, Monday, and I've seen more of the what do they call them? The plumpers, the
Yeah, like the plumper glosses and stuff.
yeah, yeah. What is that?
Honestly, I don't really know. And
Okay.
if I'm not even gonna lie to you,
I appreciate your
because I
honesty.
never put anything on my lip that made it look plumper.
Uh-huh.
I mean, like, yeah, that would be crazy if I put a lip gloss on and my lip got bigger. I probably
Right.
would throw it away. They
Right.
feel nice. They give you a little tingle, but and they tend to be a lot glossier than a typical gloss. But that's all
Mhm.
I've noticed the difference
Yeah.
for them to be. So
Yeah.
maybe that extra sheen gives the effect of like a fuller lip.
Mhm.
I can't tell you.
Mhm. Okay. Well, there's so much discovery. There's so many new things that are constantly coming out. I
Hmm.
encourage you all, be sure to follow her page.
Please.
It's amazing, right? The transformations that you see from the everyday, such as myself, to the full. She now looks like Jay-Z or 50 Cent or whoever. Like you never know what you're going to get with CatFace. What you do know is that you're going to get an amazing artist doing incredible work.
Oh,
So we
thank
thank
you so
you.
much.
You're
Thank you. Thank
welcome.
everybody that stopped their day and joined us today. I really appreciate y'all. And thank you,
Hmm.
Dr. Cat, for having me. Thank y'all for joining Cat and Cat, Dr.
That's
Cat,
right.
and myself.
And the real cat, big cat and little cat. Look,
That's the real cat right there. She's the real cat.
when Jason teamed us up, it was like, of course we're teamed up. She was like, "Hi, I'm
Right,
Cat." It was like, "Yeah, no, hi, I'm Cat. Look, we good."
right, right. I love it.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll have you back.
Yeah,
And people definitely again, I can't say it more than enough. Follow her page, utilize her services, recommend her to others. She is on time, she is personable, she is professional and just incredible. So
thank
thank you.
you.
Continued success, and we will talk off air.
Yeah.
Everyone else, as she said, thank you for joining us. As always, continue to live your greatest life. God bless, and we'll see you real soon. All right.
Bye,
Have a great day,
guys.
everyone.